Hey guys, what's up? I realized I hadn't made a follow-up video to my Turner Syndrome video yet, and wow, I can't believe my Turner Syndrome video got to 10,000 views. I made that video in hopes that people would want to be educated on Turner Syndrome, and I'm glad that hopefully it's reaching out to people and educating them on an issue that they didn't know, because a lot of people don't know about intersex disorders, they don't know about genetic disorders, they don't know about people that biologically fall out of the gender binary, because biological sex isn't even, concrete, because you can have so many variations of genes. But anyway, I realized I hadn't made a follow-up video, so I was gonna tell you guys. I found out a year ago, I know I mentioned in my past video that I was going to get tested to see if I could have biological kids, and those test results came back that I will never be able to have biological kids. Now, I found out about this, I found out concretely that I would never be able to have biological kids a year ago, but I had kind of known around the age of like 12 and 13, they did some blood tests, and there's a certain hormone, I forget what the hormone's called, I can't remember right now, but there's a certain hormone that indicates fertility, and my blood did not come back with very much of that hormone in it. So they told me, like 10 years ago nearly, that there wasn't going to be very much of a chance that I would have biological kids. So I was prepared for that. And then last year, my endocrinologist was just like, there is a chance that you could have eggs, and there is a chance that we could freeze them, and that you could have in vitro fertilization later on. And so that gave me so much hope. I was literally so nervous when I went to the doctor. I was just like, my entire life could change. My phone went off. Leave me alone, I'm trying to film. But I'm trying to talk about something important. But anyway, so I went into this, I had a transvaginal ultrasound, which is as horrible as you would think it sounds. It's a very invasive procedure, and I hope none of you guys have to have it done, hopefully. But anyway, it turns out I only have a right half of my ovary, and it's not even very developed, and there is egg-like material on the ovary, but they're not viable. So I found out I can't have kids, so I'm gonna have to adopt. And while I've had years to kind of know that this was probably coming my way and that this was going to be a wrench thrown into my plans, because I've always wanted to be a parent ever since I was little. It's been one of my biggest dreams, is to be a parent. I used to play with dolls. I used to have tea parties with dolls. I used to have like little doll beds that I would put them to bed in. And I always had that instinct that I wanted to be a parent. But I guess the strongest appeal of having a biological kid is that it's half you and half the person that you love. And so it's very kind of devastating to know that I will never have a kid that's half me and half the person I love. And also it does a lot to your self-confidence, because my biological sex is female. Well, I identify as intersex now because I don't think female is accurate because my chromosomes are not matching to female. But I was raised female, females on my birth certificate, and it's just always a thing, like, you grow up and people will be like, oh, you're going to be a great mother one day, you're going to find a great guy, and you're going to have kids, and you're going to get pregnant, and you're going to have this wonderful life. And then in an instant, because of a genetic disorder, that entire dream, I'm sorry if I'm stuttering so much, that entire dream is shattered for me. So it's very hard to cope with. And also, when you get in your early 20s, there are some kids that I've gone to high school with that are already having 2 and 3 kids of their own already. And when you can't have kids and when you're infertile, you feel like something's wrong with you. You feel like you're falling behind. And I know a lot of kids in their 20s feel like they're falling behind because they haven't met the right person yet, and they don't know when they're going to have kids, but they still know it's in their future. They still know it can actually happen if they find the right person. But for me, it's just that's never gonna happen. So that's something I have to cope with. But as I've gotten older, I've kind of seen the universe piece things together, because I started exploring my gender identity more and feeling more comfortable calling myself intersex and non-binary. I'm more comfortable being in that gray area. I don't have to conform to male or female. I can just be feminine. I can be masculine. I can just be Kenzie. But I was talking to one of my friends about it maybe a month or two ago, and she was like, if you had been able to have kids, if you were able to get pregnant, wouldn't that give you really bad gender dysphoria? And I'm just like, yeah, it probably would. So it's almost kind of a blessing in disguise that I won't have to go through pregnancy. Not that I would never want to, but it probably would be very difficult for someone with my gender identity to have to go through that. And I believe that everything happens for a reason, and I believe that one day I'm supposed to adopt a wonderful child that doesn't have a home, and I'm going to give them a great home, and I am going to be a great parent one day. So I'm looking forward to that, and I hope I'll find the right person to be a parent with. And I am just happy being a 21-year-old person, having fun and living my life and being creative and not worrying about things. But yeah, it still is. I wanted to let you guys know that I can't have kids, because I felt like I should tell my channel that. But I don't know what else to say, and I'm rambling. But I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.